Two, three. So hello and welcome to VanHack Talent Interview. Today we have Yash from thisopenspace. Hi Yash, how are you doing?
Good, Elliot. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. Yeah, no problem. So tell us about yourself and your company.
Sure. My name is Yash Najati. I'm the founder and CEO of thisopenspace.com. We are making commercial space accessible. So we're an online marketplace connecting brands and people to unique and undiscovered spaces for any occasion. So that could be anything from pop-up retail to events, to film and photo shoots, and even some creative team offsite meetings.
Very cool. Very cool. Great. So tell us about your maybe company size, your team,
Sure. I guess a bit of background on it. We launched in November 2015. We launched our product, and the real story started a couple of years before that. But right now we are a team of 6. We are mostly in Vancouver. Our head designer actually just moved a couple hours away from Vancouver, but definitely still with us. And we just finished raising our round. So we were finished raising a large seed round. And so we're going to be growing our team to 16 by the end of September. And that's where we are today.
Very exciting. Very exciting. So I guess hiring is a big part of your roadmap or your plans in the next few months. So let's get down to it. How did you hire Alex, who is a full stack Ruby on Rails developer? You just joined your team.
Yeah. I mean, the hiring process for this particular position was long for us. It took us a few months to find the right candidate. But my role is primarily has been fundraising to date, and from now forward it's hiring and bringing the right talent into the team. So it was a lengthy process. We were looking in Vancouver. We were also just kind of looking broadly across Canada. Being in the market that we couldn't really afford to bring in, or it doesn't even make sense now, even that we've raised, to bring in U.S. talent, because paying them in U.S. dollars with the exchange rate doesn't work. And so you and I met a few months ago, where you introduced me to VanHack, and looked at a few different candidates, but really didn't have to look at too many from VanHack before finding Alex. The whole process took long, but from VanHack we probably interviewed about 5 people before coming across Alex. Right off the bat, I mean, I liked Alex, and then I introduced him to our head of design, who we'd be working closely with and actually works the closest with. And she really liked him as well, and so the personality fit and the culture fit was there for us. So then it came down to the technical side of it, which our existing contract developer was able to help that for us. So really those check marks were checked off. There was a couple of question marks around. For me, the biggest one was actually the time zone. Time zone difference, which hasn't been an issue at all. But initially, I considered that a big hurdle. Paying was a challenge with some other remote workers we've had, again, in terms of just payroll compensation, but that's been super easy as well. Really, we've had Alex on for a couple of weeks now, and it was an initial 2-week contract to see how we like each other, if we enjoy our work style, and if we like having him on board, and that's gone great. So we're just actually renewing his contract today. Exciting.
Very exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. We're all excited to have him on the team, and he was part of our first. We have a weekly all hands meeting, and he was a part of the first one this Monday. So it was great to have him part of the larger team.
That's amazing. And just quickly on the payment, I'm guessing you use PayPal, or what's the?
Actually, you know what? PayPal is expensive, and so when we had U.S. contractors use PayPal, and then we started doing wires, which is just a nightmare. Recently started using a service called TransferWise. So TransferWise is really kind of quick and easy, much better rates than PayPal, and does the conversion for you. So it shows you exactly how much you're paying and how much the person you're compensating is getting as well.
Perfect. Nice, great tip.
Solve that solution. Yeah.
Any I guess other tips on people who are looking for talent, and maybe talk about like the idea that international talent might not be up to par, or how you found that, how Alex compares to maybe a local developer in Vancouver.
Sure. I mean, I think if you're depending on the position that you're hiring for, I think remote workers can be really great, and can be as good as anybody that's local with the team. But remote work is also it's not for everybody. So it's really identifying the type of personality that will fit remote working. And so part of our hiring process and some of the interview questions we have kind of indirectly helps vet for that. To see, is this somebody who is comfortable working remotely but still having ownership over what they do. And so that was really important for us. So with, there is always kind of a risk when you're hiring somebody that's not local, but the first use case for us, being Alex, has proven to be effective. Actually, before Alex, we had a remote worker from Montreal, and I just remember as well telling the story, who was with us for a couple of weeks and fluent in English, and payment wasn't a challenge. Time zone wasn't a huge challenge, but ended up being a nightmare on the actual quality of work side of things. So it really doesn't. It comes down to who you're hiring, just like if it was local.
Yeah. The internet has no borders, right? So
Exactly.
it's just all about finding the right person, no matter where they are. Yeah. Awesome. Very cool. So thanks so much, Yash, for sharing your story, and we hope we can find even more developers in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks so much for making this happen for us. It's a big part of a missing piece for a small team, and it's made a huge difference. So thank you.
Cheers. Awesome. Thanks.